Hey guys, this is Logan with Lost Pilgrim Media, and today we are here at the Junction City Riverwalk here in north central Kansas. And as we're going through here, walking through nature and enjoying the trail, I'm going to point out some of the edible plants that can be found here in early summer in Kansas. Hope you guys enjoy. Alright guys, our first stop today on our little wild edibles walk is the eastern red cedar. Common throughout most of the eastern United States. The berries on this one aren't quite mature yet, but they are edible and often used in flavoring. You don't want to eat too many of these because eating too many will give you an upset stomach, but they are excellent for flavoring and seasoning and making teas out of. Second stop for the day is a plant called mullein. It grows low to, it's a biennial plant. It grows low to the ground, and it can be eaten raw in salads or boiled. And the taproot is also edible. It's best picked in the fall on its first year of growth. And it has a slightly earthy flavor. Here is one of those mullein plants that we mentioned earlier. This is one in its second year. You can tell by the flower bud forming at the top. You can still eat the leaves, but they would be more bitter and less nutritious than those in their first year of growth. Our next plant is the humble dandelion, that weed that you always see growing in your lawn and your garden at all times of year. Every part of this plant is edible, and the roots used to be dried and ground and used as coffee substitute. Here's another one that's generally considered a garden weed, but it's actually, the leaves are edible on this as well. This is plantain. It grows low to the ground and sends up these little flower spikes that you can see right here. Our next stop is the sumac berry. You have to be careful on identification with these, because there is one that the leaves will make your skin itch. But these are sumac berries. They are edible and often used for flavoring and cooking. The next stop is the wild grape, or the muscadine. Usually these sawtooth-shaped leaves like this, and then the grapes hanging in clusters. You can find them in tree roads and growing along riversides. Our next one on the list is the red mulberry. They'll have these broad sawtooth-shaped leaves, and sorry for the zoom in, but most of the berries close to the ground have been cleared already. The ripe ones will be black, like the one you see in the center there. These are typically start to ripen in mid to late June and will continue to put out fruit throughout the summer. One thing for you guys to keep in mind if you ever decide to come out here yourself is that this trail is on the edge of an active military base, and back in the day, some of these areas were in impact zones for some of their artillery training. Those areas of the trails that would be an issue are generally marked with signs like this. So just be very careful and watch your step if you decide to go off the trail to try to get some of these wild edibles yourself. Another point of caution for you guys if you decide to go off the trail is that there is plenty of poison oak and poison ivy out here, so just watch out and watch your step for that. Most of them around here are going to have these 5-pointed leaves, like you can see here, and it's scattered all throughout the forest. And here is that other species of poison ivy that has 3 leaves. You know, the old rule, leaves of 3, let it be. These will make you itch pretty bad, so try to keep away from it. I don't know how well you guys are going to be able to see them on the camera here, but the fireflies are out and about already. There's quite a few of them out here on the trail, so if you go in late evening, you'll get a chance to see all of those. us, guys. But there's a deer up ahead on the trail. We'll see how close I can sneak in. Yeah, oh, there it goes. So that was a young buck that still had the velvet on its antlers. He's hiding up in the grass up ahead. I'll see if I can get closer so you guys can get a better look. Found a little American toad on the trail, and off he goes. One of the nice things about this trail is that there are tons of little side trails that'll lead you down to the river and tons of overlooks of the river. On clear days you can see, and low water levels, you can see straight to the bottom of the river. Lots of nice little places to stop, benches scattered around. Now there are dozens of species of wild edibles that I didn't cover today, such as strawberries, blackberries, walnuts, pawpaw fruits, and I will probably cover some of those in later videos, but I either didn't come across them or they were too easily confused with something else, and I didn't want you guys getting a hold of something you shouldn't. So thanks for watching today. This has been Logan from Lost Pilgrim Media.